Hey guys! So, in this video we are going to talk about my obsession with professionalism and being a professional programmer. So let's get into it. Now, you may ask why I have a bunch of videos that seem to be gamed or geared towards this idea of professionalism. And you may get it into your head that I'm some type of elitist person who, believes himself to, well, be better than people who I don't consider to be professionals. And if I've ever given you the impression that I believe that I have like some type of knowledge or that I'm some type of special super programmer or anything like that, I am truly sorry, because that's not the intention at all. And that's why I wanted to make this video, to clarify something as to why I have a few of these videos where I try to define what a professional actually is and when you should call yourself a professional programmer or what it takes. Because the thing is that trust me, I'm pretty sure that there's tons of my subscribers or the viewers that I have who are like 100 times better at software development than I am. I'm just a completely ordinary average person. So the reason why I make these sorts of videos, and I have in the past, is because I am so sick and tired of the misinformation that is out there on the internet. Because I have, trust me, more than once, more than 10 times, like quite a few times, I've had people who contact me about getting guidance into getting into programming, basically. And then they tell me that their goal is to become professional developers in a month or 2 months. And I kind of sit here and I go, but that's not feasible. There's no way that you're going to be able to be like a proper professional in that short amount of time. Like it's not realistic. And so I kind of started looking into this, and I actually found that there are tons of these so-called professional developers out there on the internet selling videos and books and boot camps and paid tutorials, and not only that, some of them do it for free, of course, as well. But there's this idea that you can, with like just a few months of investment, become a software developer and then go out and look for a job. And you see, that's a bit of a problem, and that's why I'm at war with these learn code quick type of people, because there has to be a distinction between what an amateur developer is and what a professional is. The reason why that distinction is very important is not because of elitism or like prestige or trying to be better than somebody else. It's about setting people's expectations correctly, because that's actually really important. I mean, imagine it yourself. Imagine these poor juniors who think like, yeah, they kind of get into the idea that maybe I should become a software developer. That seems pretty cool. I would like to try that out. And then they get their first introduction to the idea of doing this. Like you're going to, in the beginning, try to figure out what this entails. Like, what does it take to become a software developer? And then some douchebag, because either they are misinformed or they're I don't know why people do this, but somebody goes out on the internet and tells a bunch of people that, yeah, you can be a software developer in 2 months and get a job at Google or whatever. And they set people's expectations completely wrong. And then what happens is that these juniors, they go out and they try their best to become software developers, and all of a sudden they don't get any jobs. They get shut down by absolutely everybody, and they feel stupid because the amount of, like, if they are told that they can learn this in such a short amount of time, and they feel that, all right, maybe this wasn't so easy, maybe it's taking me a little while, they get this idea into their head that they're stupid, because they're trying to achieve in 2 months what a real programmer achieves in maybe 5 years. That's what I'm trying to fight here. That's why these videos have been important for me to make. It's because I want to tell you and set your expectations correct. I want to set them correctly. That's all. That's all. This is not about trying to be better than somebody. It's about trying to give you accurate information. And the accurate information that I'm giving you is that software development and being a true professional, the sort of programmer that is in demand, takes roughly the same amount of time as getting a higher degree. It's a craft, guys. It's not some type of, it doesn't require you to be a super genius, but it does take more time than something that is not higher level education. It is not something that you learn in just a few weeks and then you have a job for the rest of your life. That's not how it works. Not not per my experience, and honestly, I've never talked to anybody or ever worked with anybody who has had just a few weeks of work experience and been a professional programmer. So that's why I'm making these. I've made these videos. So guys, just hear me out on this one. I am in no way trying to say that I'm some type of super genius programmer. I'm not trying to promote the idea that you have to be some type of university student and you've had to learn computer science and you have to read binary to be a professional. I just want you to know what you're getting yourself into, because trust me, you can become a software developer. It's not something that is beyond you. Trust me, you are smart enough, but I don't want you to be in that horrible, because I can imagine, it must feel horrible. Imagine thinking that you should achieve this mastership of programming in just a few months and then you should be ready, and then all of a sudden you don't understand why people are just shutting you down and you have no idea why you get shut down for job opportunities and why nobody's calling you back, and you don't know why you don't get things as quickly as you in theory should. It's not you guys. It's your time reference, like your time frame is the thing that's messed up here. Remember, you will not become a software developer in just a few months. It takes longer, at least a year, at the very least. I would say 2, most likely. My education, for example, was 2 years, and I'm not the highest level ranked, like education-wise ranked programmer. You can do much higher level, like more advanced degrees than I have. I'm probably at the low end of programming skill if we talk just education-wise. I mean, I have colleagues who have been studying for 5 years before they became software developers. It depends on your perspective, but as I said, at the bare minimum, you're going to invest at least a year, 2 most likely, to just learn enough to be able to go out into the workforce. That's the normal time frame. So to all your motherfuckers who are trying to tell people that they can become professionals in just a few weeks to sell your damn products, shame on you. Like, really, shame on you. At the very least, if you're not trying to promote the idea that you are teaching people to how to become professionals, that you're not, just be honest about what you're telling people. Because yes, it is absolutely possible to learn just software development and be able to do it at an amateur level or as a hobby in just a few weeks. But you are not offering people an education. You are not a university. You are not giving them the sort of tools that they need to do this as a professional full time. That's not what's happening. So be honest about that. And to all the juniors out there, guys, you're not stupid. You can do this. You can be a software developer. I promise you, if I can do it, so can you. Just remember that it takes a little while to get there. Have a great day.